Hey guys! This week we are learning about the English colonies, and today we're going to learn about Jamestown. So, Jamestown is the first major colony that the English established in the New World, and it's very interesting because it is the first one, and so it's going to be kind of a learning curve for the people settling it. And so, there are a lot of things that they have to work on, a lot of things they have to fix. But eventually it becomes a very big, thriving colony. So Jamestown starts with 100 men who come over. They're mostly younger men. They are most likely single men. Remember, because of the system in Europe at this time where they don't have anything really for the younger children. The oldest child is the one who gets everything, the property, the money, etc. The younger children usually have to try to find something else to do. And so the idea of going to the New World and starting over sounds like a good idea to them. So most of these guys go over, like I said, they're young, probably single, and they come over to Jamestown wanting to find gold and start a new life, maybe gain a little bit of land. And so that's their main goal, is to come over a new start and get gold. So when they come over, there are a lot of issues. They don't have any women. There are a lot of issues with that. You obviously can't repopulate without women. They're lonely, kind of stressed out, a bunch of men hanging out all together. They don't really have a clean water source. It's kind of swampy, humid, and so they have to deal with bugs and different diseases that come with that. They don't have a way to grow. They're not growing food. They're not getting food. They're kind of just all selfish and focusing on themselves. So they spend most of their time searching for gold. They don't have specific jobs delegated to different individuals. Everyone's just kind of selfishly searching for gold. So that's going to be a big issue. And then they're going to eventually have some leadership and some economic help from John Smith, who's going to come in and he's going to say, we need order and structure and discipline. And he kind of establishes a government for them. And he says, we're going to delegate jobs. We're going to have different jobs. We can't have everyone searching for gold because we have to have food and shelter at the end of the day. So he helps solve a lot of those problems with leadership and organization. So John Smith is very important, very beneficial to the Jamestown colony. And then we also have, I know you've all seen the Disney movie Pocahontas. Well, that movie, although not historically accurate, is based on a true character, Pocahontas, and she's going to end up with an individual from Jamestown named John Rolfe, and they're going to work together and they're going to learn to grow tobacco. And so Jamestown is actually going to thrive economically from growing tobacco, and it's this sweet tobacco, and they end up sending it back to England, and the people in England get very addicted to it because we know tobacco is addicting, and they want more of this tobacco. And so Jamestown continues to thrive because they continue to grow tobacco. So that's really good financially for them. On the other hand, the downside is tobacco is not very good for the land at all. It actually takes all of the nutrients out of the land, and instead of planting things that put nutrients into the ground, such as soybeans, they move on to new land. And so this is known as butchering the land because they're taking all the nutrients out of it and moving on. So although tobacco is easy to grow and they're able to sell it, they really destroy the soil and the land, and then they move on to newer land. So that's not going to be very good for the environment. So this is Jamestown. They're going to eventually get women there. They're going to be more established. Like I said, they have leadership. They're getting the economy on the ground, and Jamestown is going to be a very thriving colony. They sometimes refer to it as the child of tobacco because that crop really was their saving grace, and it helped them be able to not only survive but prosper thanks to the English market and being able to send it back there. So lots of issues with Jamestown, a lot of men that just want to search for gold and they don't really have a set goal, and so that's what's going to happen. And then once they get John Smith and they get tobacco, they're going to be organized, they're going to be financially stable, and it's going to be a very good, thriving colony. So stay tuned for more history.